Trump's own counterterrorism director just resigned and said the Iran war is based on a lie. This isn't a Democrat. This isn't a liberal pundit. This is Joe Kent, a Green Beret, 11 combat deployments, a Trump appointee confirmed by the Senate. The man Donald Trump personally chose to run the National Counterterrorism Center just walked out the door and said, quote, Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation. He said, we started this war because of pressure from Israel and its powerful American lobby. He said it's the same tactic that dragged us into Iraq. And he told Trump directly, quote, this was a lie. Now, let me be clear about something. Joe Kent is not a good guy. He's been connected to right-wing extremists. He once called Hitler, quote, a complicated historical figure. I'm not here to make him a hero. But that's what makes this so remarkable. This is Trump's guy. This is as MAGA as it gets, and even he couldn't stomach it. He wrote in his resignation letter that he, quote, cannot support sending the next generation off to fight and die in a war that serves no benefit to the American people. Kent lost his wife, Shannon, to a suicide bomber in Syria in 2019 while she was working in Navy intelligence. He raised their 2 kids alone. So when he says he can't send other people's children to die for this, he's not being theoretical. He's been the family that gets the phone call. And what was Trump's response? He called Kent, quote, weak on security. Weak on security? My dude, the man has 11 combat deployments. Trump has 5 draft deferments. The White House called it, quote, absurd and laughable that anyone would suggest Trump was influenced by a foreign country. Really? Really? Because the Arms Control Association reviewed the actual transcripts of the negotiations and found that Trump's envoy, Steve Witkoff, a real estate guy with no diplomatic experience, misunderstood Iran's nuclear proposal and was, quote, ill-prepared to negotiate. We sent a real estate broker to negotiate a nuclear deal and then bombed the country when the broker couldn't close. Iran's not an apartment complex you can shut down, evict all the residents, and then bulldoze. I've talked a lot this week about the Iraq parallels, and I'm going to keep talking about them because nobody in power seems to be listening. Bad intelligence, political pressure, a rush to war, and anyone who questions it gets called weak or unpatriotic. That was 2003. This is 2026. Same playbook, different country. And the guy Trump hired to keep this country safe from terrorism is saying the war has nothing to do with terrorism. That's not a political opinion. That's the man whose literal job title was counterterrorism director telling you this isn't about counterterrorism. The only question left is how many more people have to die before anyone with power does something about it.